Welcome to Fast and Furious. At home, luxurious sports cars, beautiful girls, looks like a Need for Speed intro, until the white boy enters the scene with his, considered by others, lame car. I love the color though. Ask me what color my Bugatti is. And who cares if the guy is Justin Bieber's #1 fan? I'm not racist. A white boy named Lucas wants to meet Vin Sorrento. Take a number, get in queue. Vin is a local legend, and here he is with his girlfriend Michelle. Vin enters the scene, cheered up by fans and groupies, making Michelle envious. Patience, Michelle. It's hard to deal with the competition when your man looks like Riddick. So the race is about to start. Who dares to challenge Vin? One man is ready and bets a box of Tech 9s. The other one bets 20 pounds of, sugar. Vin parries with a spa day. Aromatherapy, moisturizing bath, maybe with a pleasurable ending. Who knows? Lucas wants some driving with the big boys too. The boys check his engine. It's big, shiny, with lots of pipes. Looks terrific. But it's the driver who makes the driving who matters. Show them what you got. The race begins. Without Lucas, he's out of gas. The race is pretty tense. High speed, dangerous turns, adrenaline, while Lucas gets his tank full of gas. Lucas catches up, but it's hard to beat such competition. They all got nitro and stuff, but Lucas has got something better. Lance Armstrong's urine. Whoa, the guy who played jazz on the moon? He's skyrocketing in speed now. He passes everyone, but the engine breaks right at the finish line. Bummer. Vin wins the race. Now Lucas owes Sorrento a car. Delivered tomorrow. Then cops arrive so the big boys run away. Without Lucas, he's a bit slow. Lucas gets brutally beaten and tasered, but still doesn't give up the man he raced with. He gets driven away by Detective Hanover. And we find out Lucas is actually an undercover cop trying to get into Sorrento's gang. Lucas believes he's not the best guy for the job because he's too white. His words, not mine. Sorry man, you've got no friends or family, meaning you're perfect for undercover work. No one will care when you die. Cops believe Sorrento works with Carlos, the criminal kingpin of Los Angeles who made a fortune on Shiba Inu. What a financially savvy criminal. You must stop him because this man is capable of anything. Hanover demands Lucas must hit him so he can return to Vin as a hero. Lucas can't. He only beats himself every day. Finally, he beats Hanover, and then Hanover beats him, just to make sure it will look natural. The next day, Lucas goes to Sorrento, showing his cool-looking tomato face. Respect earned. Now you're in the gang. Vin and his deep-closeted girlfriend are accompanied by Curtis, Vin's best friend, and Jordana, Vin's sister. The latter's got an eye on Lucas from the beginning. Curtis is also feeling some type of way for Lucas. He believes he's an undercover cop. Curtis even reveals Lucas is wired, but Vin trusts his instincts. Lucas can be trusted. Trust earned. So Lucas uses the moment to ask Jordana for a date. It's a deal. They're on a date now, and Lucas wants to immediately break the tension by kissing Jordana. She agrees. Lucky strike. I used to have to date a girl for a year before I was finally able to kiss her, grandma, on the cheek. Kidding. Who needs girls when there's 1,034 episodes of One Piece? Lucas asks Jordana about her brother Vin. Just some small talk questions like where he gets his money. Is he related to criminal activity? And what does he plan to do with Carlos? Smooth. Jordana doesn't want to talk about it. Parried. Okay then, let's talk about you. Do you love pizza with pineapple? Perfect shot, weirdo. She does. The weirdo found his match in weirdness. And apparently that's all they needed. The next day, Vin finds out about Lucas and his sister, and instantly enjoys it. He never saw her so happy before. She's glowing. You better buy some iodine if everyone around will start glowing too. It's a radiation hazard. I'm just saying. Sorrento gets a call from the criminal boss Carlos. Something big will happen today. And Vin takes Lucas with him. The latter sends a message to Detective Hanover. Vin and Lucas roll over to a meeting. There are 2 more racers. Carlos arrives, and his assistant announces that to get a job, the best racers in the city must compete against each other. What did they compete in? The race? Nah, it's a dancing competition. The lousiest dancer gets shot. Then the black guy and his girl. Vin and Lucas are the only ones left, and they both get the job. The synergy between them was too compelling. The job is simple. Drive the priceless supercar to a location and get 100 grand. Lucas asks what's the point of paying 100 grand when Carlos could drive it alone. But the car is a cop magnet, and parking tickets cost a fortune. Too many logical questions piss off Carlos, so Vin simply accepts the offer. Vin and Lucas get to the location, greeted by 4 furiously looking thugs. The situation is tense, and the music indicates something terrible is about to happen. Lucas gets the case, but there's no money inside. It's a bomb. Vin throws it back to the thugs, and they throw it to Lucas. Vin waits before the timer goes to the end to throw it right when it explodes. Bad idea. It explodes in his hands. The shooting begins. Vin eats the bullets and spits them right at the thugs, killing 3. The 4th one escapes. A random dude enters the building and Lucas shoots him. At least he does something. Oh, it's Detective Hanover. Lucas realizes Hanover is the only one who knows Lucas is undercover, meaning Lucas is in deep trouble. He tries to revive Hanover, but he's too dead of dying. This means Lucas is a criminal now. High five from Vin, but a death sentence from the law. Vin and Lucas get out of the place. Cops arrive and start the investigation. Detective Johnson rolls with the crime scene, demanding the answer. Who shot the cop? Evidence doesn't work for him. The answer. Where is it? Luckily, a camera was in the facility, so the cops see Lucas shooting Hanover, but they cannot identify him since Hanover deleted Lucas's record. Detectives scan Hanover's face with a UV scanner and find fingerprints. Meanwhile, Carlos meets with the fourth bandit, making it clear that he wants to clap Vin and Lucas without paying them money for the job. Thug says they failed the mission, immediately gets stabbed. Then he says he still has some information to say, and gets comforted. The bandit gives up the hiding spot of Sorrento and finally gets clapped. Vin and the crew are in lockdown mode. They watch the news where the reporter encourages everyone to take the law into their own hands, find Lucas, and take him out. Curtis was super close to it. The crew considers their next step. What should they do? They need to move somewhere no one finds them, but it's hard, risky, and costly. Then they consider selling Carlos a supercar, but it turns out it's not actually a supercar. It's a moving hard drive containing all of Carlos's criminal activity, his bribes to politicians, his most visited websites, and the Shiba Inu crypto wallet. Sounds like a perfect target for the crew. They can steal his crypto wallet. Meanwhile, Carlos is in his car, furious that his assistant didn't bring him a McDonald's kids meal. Carlos wants to collect the whole Minions collection. Only Carl is left. I feel your pain, bro. The Ocean's friends decide they need to reinforce their team. They get a rapper cameo, a cool looking Asian guy, and a beautiful model turned actress. They get a blueprint of the building where Carlos hides his crypto wallet, but no one can read it, so they decide to go and see it themselves. Rapper cameo, cool Asian guy, Vin, and Lucas head over, without Curtis. He lost the place of Vin's best buddy. Jordana also has something to talk about with Lucas about 2 stripes on a pregnancy test. What does that mean? Anyways, it doesn't matter now when the big boys are planning the job. Ski masked and armed, the boys head to Backer Street. They find a man with a bag of cash and beat him and his assistant in an effort to get the location of 100 million. Turns out it's not Backer Street, but Backer Lane. And instead of Carlos's people, they just beat a pastor carrying donation money. Yeah, right, blame it on the church. I considered this a lie, but the boys bite the lead and head out. Everyone finds out about the hit on a church. Carlos demands a double guard on his vault. Cops go to the church and find out Vin works with Lucas. They're a bit of a step behind, like all the cops all the time. So Carlos hides his vault in a big old tacos restaurant. Here's the plan. Michelle and Jordana will go inside to be the eyes on the inside, monitor the situation inside, and keep the team posted on what's happening inside. There's a room where thugs count the money, but Carlos doesn't trust anyone, so he hires chicks to count the money. Makes sense. Anyway, Michelle will distract the guards by throwing money in the air, while Jordana will find that the vault is secured by a DNA scanner. Then, model turned actress will distract Carlos while he's jogging. Carlos will throw an offensive compliment, and cool Asian guy will appear and act as model's boyfriend. Carlos and the Asian guy will fight karate. Cool Asian guy will get his face beaten hard so Carlos can sweat, and the model turned actress can collect the sweat from his butt. Very nice. Then, rapper Cameo will get in the box and be shimmed directly to the vault. Curtis will get to the taco restaurant and tickle the guards. While the guards shoot Curtis, rapper Cameo will get out of the box and enter the vault using Carlos's DNA. When the guards clap Curtis and check if he's dead, Vin and Lucas drive into the scene and kill the unguarded guards. They get the cash from the vault and drive out. So that was a great plan, but the team is not thrilled with it. So Vin comes up with the plan B. Bust right into the vault, take the cash, and head out. Sounds like a better plan for the crew. They all agree with it. I just spent half an hour watching nothing. Vin suggests they should hit the vault at dawn, but no one wants to get up without breakfast, so they decide to go after IHOP. Weak, I can survive without breakfast, probably because I wake up at 4 p.m. While waiting for the next day, Jordana shares that she's pregnant with Lucas. Man is thrilled and probably wouldn't really care if he dies the next day. Then Vin shows Lucas a car in which his dad died. Lucas says his dad left him when he was 8 years old, and then mom left him too because it wasn't fun anymore without a dad. Lucas went to the orphanage, but no one wanted to adopt him. Relatable. Anyway, it's the next day, and cops break into Sorrento's garage. The crew is not there. They're already on a job, or maybe eating the last pancake. Cops find Carlos's car with enough evidence to put Carlos away for 3 lifetimes. They also find a calendar with a heist day written on it. Meanwhile, the crew is already robbing the vault. Everyone puts their masks on, and it turns into Payday 2, or maybe even Hotline Miami 2. Didn't play any of those games, to be honest. Vin didn't play it either, so he doesn't appreciate it and makes them take their masks off. Vin and Lucas tie the chains to the pipes to get the wall off with their cars. Boom, it's a setup. Carlos's men are totally prepared. Somebody sold the crew up. Guess who? It's Curtis, probably too envious of Lucas. And because the thugs gave him a ticket to One Direction, doesn't he know they split up? The thugs shoot Vin, but Curtis catches a bullet for Vin. Friends until the end, no matter the betrayals. Anyways, back to the plan. Vin and Lucas try to rip off the wall from the vault, but instead they rip off the whole tacos restaurant. The team escapes the scene, but Carlos follows them, and cops follow them all. Classic hot pursuit moment. Vin orders to take the cops out. Cool Asian guy drives model-turned-actress to one cop. She gets, implants, and throws them at the cop. Nice distraction. They roll roll out. A cop on a bike shoots rapper Cameo, but he throws his CDs on the road, getting the bike cop out of the game. The helmet didn't help this time. Rapper Cameo rolls out too. A woman cop chases Michelle and Jordana. Michelle asks to stop the car. She'll distract the cop. Looks like she asked for it the whole time. Only Vin, Lucas, Carlos, and Detective Johnson are left in the game. Carlos and his assistant conflict about the air conditioner, so Carlos throws him away. Bro, why do you need heating in the summer? I'm on the assistant's side on this one. The assistant tries to stop Johnson by shooting him dead, but himself turns into dead meat. Nice one. Unfortunately for Johnson, he locks the keys inside the car. Bad one. Normies, how can you forget your keys in the car? Hard for me to understand. I only have a scooter, a rented one. Anyways, Johnson manages to break into his car. He catches up with Carlos, arresting him. Unfortunately, Carlos got all the treats like Santa Claus, so he bribed Johnson with a razor set. Meanwhile, Vin and Lucas finally stop driving around the restaurant. They break into the vault and steal all the crypto coins. Jordana plans to put the money bags into the car when Johnson arrests her. Vin and Lucas come, so he arrests them too. But not Lucas. Johnson found out that he's an undercover cop. Johnson gives handcuffs to Lucas so he can arrest Jordana. But instead, Lucas handcuffs Johnson. I guess undercover went too deep. Under the cover. The gang escapes, ready to race each other on their road to Rio. Until Carlos appears. He's not ready to give up the hard-earned Shiba coins he once bought when he was drunk, and then forgot about for 3 years. But a woman cop kissing Michelle passes by and runs over Carlos. That's what I call destiny. Moral of the story? I have no idea.